True North Reviews. True North Reviews. True North Reviews.
Hey there, welcome to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing Hixtape Volume 2. This is the latest installment into the Hixtape Volume series, now with the artist bearing the same name. Most notably though, Hixtape is headed up by the country artist Hardy, who is quickly becoming one of country music's most buzzed and raved about singers. And it's crazy to think, not too long ago, Hardy was like this well-kept secret songwriter who just wrote for other artists. He's picked up writing credits along the way for Florida Georgia Line and Blake Shelton. In 2020, he also put out a favorite country record of mine. A Rock is the name of this one. Unfortunately, I didn't find the time to review it formally on the channel, but it's a very strong showcasing of Hardy's solo talent and efforts. Would recommend checking it out. But back to the realm of collaborative projects, Hixtape is the focus of today's review, and from an outsider's perspective, it wouldn't shock many that the song titles are classically country. You know, really leaning into the drinking, the smoking, the hometown, the dirt roads, just about any country cliche. It's in the track list. But instead of being bogged down with generic sayings and country conventions, Hixtape Volume 2 rather highlights a great amount of camaraderie between the artists collaborating. It's to the point where I really do believe all artists featured have a genuine appreciation for each other as they perform. You'll hear throughout the record transitions between artists, and they tend to shout out the name of the next artist and give them an intro, or almost like what a sports team would do to cheer on a teammate. Diving into the songs though, Hometown Boys is the opener, and just like the rest of the song titles on the record, this one is pretty generic and cliched with its lyrics too, but I mean, I can excuse that for when the song is just so catchy. Along with deep, resonating floor toms, Hometown Boys is arguably the most anthemic track and is just ready to jam-pack arenas or fields for people to hear. Moving on, WD-40 for WD is next, easily the most unapologetic way of saying someone's country. The chorus lists off the cliches of the country genre, but owns it while doing it, and for the most part, I think it works because the song is so obnoxious about it, but I don't mind the references either. PBR, WD-40, George Strait, so I guess I'm just showing my countryside, not ashamed of it. I'm also not ashamed of sharing what my favorite song is here, and what that is currently is In Love With My Problems. This track is a Larry Fleet song from his Stack of Records project earlier in 2021. It features John Party. On it, I love the twangy guitar playing, also the bass and drums push the energy with a very sticky hook. I can't stop playing this one. I also can't stop playing the cut entitled To Hank. This one is very celebratory, or like a toast. It's just a song that has to be played to toasting someone, Hank in particular. Break Your Own Damn Heart follows, and at this point in the record, it has a very formulaic song structure. Even the guitar riffs are generic, but that said, the high register singing is irresistible, and I also like the inclusion of Midland, who are a country group I'm trying to get into recently. Some other artists I'm trying to get into include Lee Brice and Randy Houser, who appear on the subsequent track Drink Up. Now, when it comes to Drink Up, I've probably made this argument a few times for country music over the years, but the brand of country that's on this song in particular, Hardy just seems to be checking every box, like for ice cold beer, drinking, solo cups, you know, the topics that are typically associated with country. So clearly this song is lacking some originality, but the tune is still forgivable. What is more than forgivable, and actually a solid track in my opinion, is Jonesin, which has a boot scootin' boogie vibe to it, very honky-tonk inspired. How fitting, of course, to have Ronnie Dunn of Brooks and Dunn here to help with that. Complemented by the southern drawl inflections and yodeling, I don't think you can go wrong with the song Jonesin. Where there are a few roadblocks to this album is tracks 9 through 11 plus track 5. Small Town on It, Red Dirt Clouds, Beer With My Buddies, they're all just meh. Many of them being too laid back for my personal liking. Definitely paling in comparison to the other songs here that have much more entertainment value going for them. Even the track One of Y'all is just indistinguishable from the rest of the batch. It's leaving a lot to be desired. However, the tail end of the record makes up for that. Beer Song is incredible. Lainey Wilson adds a great dynamic to that track. Makes me think of a Recklaw's song. Just the pop melody really pops off with this one. Throw in that instant chemistry between the artists, that instant spark, and then you have that melisma on the song's chorus, and there's not enough good things I can say about this. That's also the case for the song I Smoke Weed, which features brothers Osborne and Ashlyn Kraft, the latter artist being a contestant on The Voice. Out of all the songs on the project, though, I was most intrigued by I Smoke Weed heading into it. Reason being, I never pictured brothers Osborne singing about weed based on their own music, but I haven't dug deep enough to find something like it. But hey, anyone's free to light up, especially in Canada if you're 18 or older. Speaking toward musical elements, there is a fairly laid-back instrumental on I Smoke Weed, fitting for its lyrical content. I also love the song's walk-along pace, as well as the party chatter that happens towards the end of the song. It's a nice touch, you know, to have the coughing and the very suggestive themes. Overall, Hixtape Volume 2 impresses me with how consistent its sonics are throughout its duration. If you factor in the sheer number of different artists and their varying styles, you might think they'd clash here, but the execution on this album is great. Add to that the curation aspect, and I gotta say, I have a lot of respect for Hardy and just how he's the glue to all these songs, or at least most of them. I wouldn't put Hardy too far off from what Kanye does for the genre of hip-hop. But yeah, another solid entry into the Hixtape series. Don't know if I could put it that much farther ahead than its 2019 predecessor, but I enjoyed this one quite a bit. With all that being said, I'm feeling a strong 7 out of 10 on this album. Make sure you guys sound off down below in the comments. Tell me what you guys think of this music, whether you agree or disagree. I'm here to engage with you guys. If you'd like to leave a like, subscribe. If you're new in town, I'd appreciate that as always. Thanks for watching, and have a rockin' day.